I'm so excited to be here. My name is Samhita Mukhopadhyay, she's right, and I am here to talk about what I learned in my extensive research of writing my book, Outdated, Why Dating is Ruining Your Love Life. For the record, everything I share tonight is, in fact, my opinion. Now, when I talk about research, I'm talking 10 to 15 years of train wreck relationships that I stayed in for too long, lots of terrible first dates, and we know about those, and pouring through tons of bad dating books. And it's not that I don't like love. I love love. I love my cat, I love my parents, I love my friends, I love my annoying friends, and one day I'd like to find love. But society has a really specific idea of what love should be. Love is an untarnished state of being that is complete and total perfection. It is the inevitable and laudable end goal for all relationships, and there is no ritual, party, tradition, or amount of money too absurd to celebrate it. In order to get to love, you have to engage in something called dating. Dating is the process through which you sift through people like resumes looking for the one. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes you meet people, you get laid, you get food. Generally, it's socially sanctioned torture. Important note, this experience is especially painful in New York City. Am I right? It's not that I don't like dating. I actually like dating. I like meeting new people. I like cats a lot too, but I like meeting new people. I like eating, and who doesn't like a good makeout session? It's what I saw were the sexist dating books that were out there telling young people how they should be dating. And I was appalled by the advice that was given to young people. Specifically, I found 5 sexist myths that I think are ruining our love life. The first one is coming. Women should never ask a guy out. This is my favorite. Boo, exactly. Women are just delicate, pretty little flowers waiting to get plucked by their Prince Charming. And it's kind of a holdover, right? It's from this time when women used to be, you needed permission to ask a woman out. You needed to get permission from her. I don't want to be a boner killer or, your Shakespeare romance killer here, but are you serious? But what makes this worse is this relies on this really antiquated idea that women are not hardwired to have sex like men. I mean, after all, why do women even have sex except to hope that the guy that they're having sex with pops the question? I have a newsflash. Women really like sex. Even me. Even feminist women like sex. I'm so glad my mom is not in the audience. But the reason that we're told women don't like sex is because there is this assumption that when you're dating, everything should lead to marriage. And I don't mean just, anything. It's everything. It has to go somewhere. And where is that? Down that aisle to marriage. This is despite high rates of divorce. This is despite the fact that none of us have any money to get married and the fact that many people are just delaying marriage. There is an assumption that you must have a gratuitous marriage photo as well. Which also brings me to my next one. Ladies, I hope you're listening. If you want to meet a guy, you have to make sure not to be a pushover, but also don't be a bitch. What? Doesn't really make sense. It's kind of a contradiction. In another way, it's kind of common sense too. Which leads me to my final point. Men are simple and women are complex. Now, I'm a feminist. You already know that. They say I'm a man-hater. The way that guys are described in these books is pretty awful. All men are vagina-hungry man-beasts roaming the earth looking for sports and for dinner and for sex, and all women are needy and obnoxious and just really want to get married. These books have become so popular that it's become so obvious maintaining a relationship is way too complicated for the average person to do. It's far too difficult for a non-trained human, like launching a telecommunications satellite into outer space. Also, these myths lead us to be very unhappy, and they're frustrating, and they're ruining our love lives. Also, they're really outdated because it's 2011. It's time for a new story, and I realized it was time for me to write a new story. So I went out and I wrote a dating book about bad dating books. So you can find my work at feministing.com. And again, my name is Samhita Mukhopadhyay, and thank you for listening.
That was great. Thank you.